Hey everybody, I'm Bobby from Skateboard. Thank you very much for watching. Today we're going to be doing a how-to video of how to remove your bearings. So let's get to it. Okay then, so we're making this video because it's still the #1 requested question, how do I remove my bearings? So we're going to actually show you 3 methods. We've got 2 methods which are using tools, which is the preferred way of doing it because it's going to ensure that your bearings don't get damaged and stay intact. And then there's the one method that you're going to be using when you're out and about on the street and you don't have a tool and you're desperate. Alright then, so let's go through what we've got here on the table. So we've got 4 skate wheels with bearings inside. We've got a Bones bearing removal puller, a handy little bit of kit and takes up 0 room in your bag whatsoever. We've got a heavy duty bearing puller here. This is something that we use in the shop very regularly, and if you've got multiple setups with multiple bearings and you're changing your bearings all the time, this might be a nice little bit of kit to invest in because it just makes the job such a doddle. And then here we've got a skate truck, just your standard truck that you're going to have on your skateboard. Alright then, so let's get to method #1. Okay, so the first method that we're going to be covering is the Bones bearing puller. Now this little bit of tool is just so lightweight, compact, easy to use, and it is definitely a key essential that I always keep in my skate bag because it makes removing bearings very, very easy, but it doesn't damage them and it keeps them intact, and that's the aim of the game, that's what we want. So the way it works is really, really simple. You've got a button at the top there which when you press in, you've got these 2 little pins that then go inside, and that allows you to go into the bearing, and then if you take your finger off the button, they come out, and that's what makes contact with the inside of the bearing to allow you to pull it out. So very simply, push the button in, put it into the inside of the bearing, and then what you want to do is just pull on the bearing. There you go, and as you see, that's come out nicely. And again, for pushing bearings back in after you've cleaned them or removed them and putting new ones in, you can again just push using the actual handle of the puller, put it in, push the button and take it out, and there you go. So a very, very easy method of removing your bearings. So method 2 is using a heavy duty bearing puller. This is, like I say, one that we've got constantly in the shop because of how often we're having to do it. So showing you here, you've got this little pin which you can put the bearing onto, and then just using the handle, no effort required, just takes the bearing straight off. And again, for putting bearings on, all you have to do is, if we remove both bearings here to show you, you can actually do it in one go. All you need to do is stack up your wheel and your bearings. So we put the one bearing on, we put the wheel on, and we put the bearing on the top. Get them lined up nicely, and then you just use the handle, put the right amount of pressure on there, and your bearings are now nicely seated in the wheel. So like I say, I mean, if you're going to be doing a lot of removal of bearings, if you've got quite a fair few setups and it's worth having one, then this is just such an easy piece of kit to use. And again, these pieces of equipment are available on our website. Okay, and so this last method is the do or die method, the oh damn I left my tool at home method, the not recommended by a skate hut method, but it's still one that's done down on the streets method. Alright, so basically if you're out there, you haven't got your skate tool and you need to remove a bearing because it's popped or whatever, then you can simply use the truck on your skateboard. All you got to do is take your axle nut off, there we go, and that leaves your axle thread right there. Now, like I say, this could potentially, if done horrifically wrong, cause a little bit of damage to the thread there, or it could cause damage to the bearing, but like I say, if you're desperate enough, this is all you got to do, is you put the bearing right there on the end of the axle thread, just pull, and boom, your bearing's out, and you're ready to stick your next bearing in. So, and if it's being a bit difficult, just give it a wiggle around the wheel, and so you're easing all sides out, the bearing will come out naturally. There you go, easily done. Alright then folks, so that is how to remove your bearings. So if you have got like any follow-up questions or anything we can help you with, just drop a question down below. We'd love to hear from you. Other than that, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Bobby from Skateboard.